and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
They run the counter with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Back at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He's going to get down to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10
Here's
at
Allen
the
to throw.
26-yard line.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
Allen's pass.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
1 yard
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Allen again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's another
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there was a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Captain. Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go!
The final shot before break. Nix. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes the catch. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
By the
A very
Broncos.
interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good for a
The catch and
Broncos
run there, good for
first
16
down.
and a first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
11. Oh, my son. Ready? Ball 11.
It looks like they'll move things around here. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
He was brought down
After the
by
loss,
Taylor
they'll come
Brown.
up 2nd and 13.
Brought down back at the 27.
Now it's Nix. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Cortland
That one good for 7. Yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
2nd and goal at the 14.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the... Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Allen's pass.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
In a 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That is caught. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
He was taken down behind
so after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11. At the
they'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
At the 41.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
And the Steelers 1st down.
A handoff for Warren. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Intercepted by the
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Looking to put a drive together.
Almost set. Ready. Arriba. Away.
Off the play fake. Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Oh, my son.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And the Broncos first
now
down.
the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Broncos.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Captain, ready.
On play action, here's Nix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Pass for 20. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Denver.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're in Powell Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Up next, it's our main event between the Denver Broncos and the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds after a tough return. Offense looking at its own 17 to begin the drive.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
DJ Jones.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there. Up to the 30.
A gain of
12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. On 3rd and 2, here's Nix. Forced out to his right. He's got Sutton complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
It's a gain of
16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
On second down, here's Dobbins. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Buying some time right. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And he's just going to take the sack here as he heads out of bounds.
He's taken out of bounds.
It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. Here we go on fourth. Nix rolling left, buying some time. That's why he's going to run for it. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Nix starting with a pass. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connected. It's incomplete. Look for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for second and 10.
Joe. Ready. Captain. Olay.
Shotgun snap to Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome a quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Nick's going to try and throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing on first down, Nix. Throw left is intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 8-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll have it a little short of midfield. It's Nix out of the pistol. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's going to be first down Denver. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Motion. Chill.
Nix with it on first. Sends this to the end zone. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver.
Complete to
The
Evan
Broncos parlay the interception into points. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
Lutz lining up
Will
for the
Lutz
point
now
after.
on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos lead by 15 now.
15. Broncos nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
By John
Looking quickly
Franklin
here.
Myers. A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17. At the 26-yard line.
Nix from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off. Brandon Jones.
Nixon's pass.
And the Broncos will be down
Intercepted by the
inside the
Broncos.
opposing 35 as they take over after.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Stafford. It's caught on the right side and Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Stafford. He'll try and do this himself. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Rams.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Over the middle to Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Stafford's pass.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Well, he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
Throwing again is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
That's another Rams first down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Stafford. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
First run now for Kyle Williams. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Here's Nix. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 19-yard line.
Now it's Nix. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready. My name is Captain.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point
They'll
conversion.
look to throw. It's complete. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short. And this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
Rams nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3.
33-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Lady. 6-0 our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, here's Williams. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On fourth down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bombers.
Next to the air. Finds his tight end Ingram. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Captain.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake. Nix.
39-yard line.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 3rd down, Harvey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Harvey. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
He was brought down by Jacoby Durant. A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
Again, it's Harvey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11 area. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hold on a second. Ready? Olay.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Lucas Kroll, an 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Broncos 12. Rams nothing. Will Lutz to kick
and as
off
he approaches
to
kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Well, they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. 50 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The Rams will line up for the
now receiver in motion left. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
Makes the score Broncos 12.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Bombers. Chill.
Throwing Nix. That would caught full. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw is Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Hey, we're good. Ball 11.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Bombers.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Kill.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rules, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Captain, motion. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3-and-out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready? Right here, right. Joe.
They're going. It's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
A gain of 14.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Right here, right. Hey, Sean, let's go. Ole.
Back to the air with Nix. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Will Jordan Humphrey. As the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Will Lutz to kick off
so
for the
not
Broncos.
Much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now a timeout taken.
He's brought down at the
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua as time expires in the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
16.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter three is underway. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Oh, my son! Captain, ready! My name is Hut. Bombers.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix looking right side, and it's intercepted. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34-yard line. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And brought down, but they'll look for them inside the 25.
It's a gain of 11. And the Rams.
22.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on a first down run, and it's 2nd and 4
at the 17-yard line.
Now Stafford's going to move him around.
2nd and 4.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back to the 25. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's now
that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Broncos 20.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers.
They're all about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Denver.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready, return. Olay. Hey, Sean, let's go.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hold on, set. Ready. 8. Motion.
Looking to throw. Nix. To the right side and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Nix's pass. Intercepted.
Such a small lead. You thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Intended for Devontae
and those two
Adams.
Just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Of 9.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's
a big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Final minute now of the third quarter.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Stafford. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Stafford. Will get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Gain on the play.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of that first down.
Oh, here.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Middle.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 21.
At the 21-yard line.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And 2.
Here's Allen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On the sneak at Stanford. And he's going to be touched down at the line of scrimmage. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is going to be stuck cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Singleton on the tackle. A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
What are you hot?
They'll run the toss here with Corum. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
A 3-yard loss.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Set. Blue 60.
Here we go on 4th. Stanford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have taken a 4th quarter lead. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Stafford. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Oh, my son. Ready. My name is Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go. Olay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Mixes pass. Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the right side, this is Corum. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Stafford now to throw. It's complete to Adams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Touchdown, Rams. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now it's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
8 yards.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll start the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Nix to the air. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
3rd and 8.
To throw is Nix. Dobbins with it. And he'll be stacked here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hey, 70!
Stafford going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know